Welcome back to my channel. It's Jen. I'm filming this the absolute wrong way. How are you? Welcome back to my updates. In this series, I am updating my healthcare issues and reclaiming my health and recovering from burnout and trying to incorporate self-care and take everyone that watches along on this journey with me. Today is Sunday. It is October 23rd. Yes, it is October 23rd, and my update for this week is going to be a very short one because I really don't have any news. I did speak to my doctor about my MRI results. She is going back to the radiologist to find out about the adnexal lesion that they found. This adnexal lesion was also on a CAT scan that I had in 2019, but the CAT scan wasn't for my reproductive health or for my pelvis. It was ordered by my urologist because I have a history of kidney stones, and in the meantime they found that. The MRI showed a corpus luteal cyst, which I have since learned from my doctor is just a normal part of a woman's cycle. That just happens. It's the egg sac, and the body just reabsorbs that. The other thing with my fibroids, she said they're very small. They shouldn't be causing any symptoms. So the question here is, why am I having this extreme bloating? Still, sometimes I still do feel tired, but I'm still doing the vitamins. Some days I do miss it. I'm not as consistent as I was, but my levels are normal. The other thing is, someone had asked about shortness of breath and fatigue. A few people had asked about shortness of breath as a symptom in the series of videos that I've done. And someone just most recently, asked about fatigue and what that means to me, because they feel like fatigue is shortness of breath. I don't see fatigue as that. For me, fatigue means exhaustion, and exhaustion for me means being really tired. So in one of my other videos, I had explained that in the beginning of this, back in April, the fatigue was so severe that it felt like I was walking through sand, not being out of breath, not like I had to exert myself. Like, I did have to exert myself, but it just felt like I was so incredibly drained and tired, and that's how this fatigue that's how it is for me. It's just like very, very, very exhausted, like very weak and exhausted. Like, I can't, when it was really bad, it was just an effort to get out of bed, but there was never a shortness of breath. I don't have any heart issues that I'm aware of. So I have found the muscle soreness and muscle fatigue that I was experiencing in the beginning with the vitamin D deficiency has gone mostly away. In the beginning, in April, when my vitamin D level was at 16, what I was feeling was really a lot of joint pain, and also I couldn't do my normal exercise routine that I had been doing the year before. Like, it was really hard for me, but not hard because it was a different feeling from, like, when you don't exercise for a long period of time and then you start exercising again and you're like, wow, I'm really out of shape. It was different than that. It was like that, but like a lot more. Like, it was hard to like hold myself up in a plank. Like, my muscles would shake. And that's gotten better since then, now that my vitamin D levels are normal. But I think it takes your body some time being in the normal state to regain what it lost when you were deficient. At least that's how it feels for me. It's just like, the more that I've been in the normal state, I find little by little, my strength in my muscles is the strength in my muscles is coming back. And although I am working out, and that's also helping, but definitely can get through a workout without feeling extremely tired. Um, there were times in the beginning, back in April, when I was trying to work out. And during my workout, I got out of breath more than I normally would. So I did have that, but not normal, like everyday walking around out of breath. I didn't have any of those symptoms. I don't have any heart symptoms. I never had any heart symptoms. I don't have any bronchial issues with my lungs or anything. And I do have a history of bronchitis back when I was a smoker, that I haven't had bronchitis in quite a number of years since I quit smoking. So that's where I'm at. I have to go for a colonoscopy next week. And I think it's next week or the week after. And I will find out more then. It's been a crazy couple of months. To get my vitamins back onto the normal, like regular levels, it's been a lot of trial and error with my doctor, figuring out what doses I need. And also, I feel like, and this is, I had forgot to mention this in one of my other videos, because people are mentioning, there are some folks in the comments saying about what dosages of vitamins and all of this. The most important thing is to get your vitamin intake and your nutrient intake through your food. That's the most natural way. And if you're eating a lot of vitamin D rich foods and you have a vitamin D deficiency, that helps. Along with folks have mentioned, oh, with the vitamin D, you need to take magnesium. That's not always the case. Please check with your doctor. My magnesium levels were always normal, and I eat a lot of magnesium rich foods. So you have to take into consideration uh, what you're eating also. I mean, that's number one. That's how you get your vitamins. And vitamin D is metabolized through exposure to sunlight and UVB rays. So that's another thing. Really, if you're fine, I wouldn't, again, I'm just explaining what I went through, and I would highly suggest, again, not doing this on your own and trying to figure out what kind of vitamins you need and stuff. If you're being tested and find out that you're deficient, then work with the doctor that's tested you to what you should be taking. And then follow up with tests down the line to see where your levels are at and if those doses are helping you. There is such a thing as taking way too many vitamins that your body doesn't need. And of course, what my doctor told me is you want to have the vitamins in their natural form, not in a pill. So in their natural form would be like in fruits and vegetables and meats and things. So definitely keep that in mind. My vitamin levels are okay right now. The only thing we have to figure out is why I'm bloating so bad, and what's going on with my digestive issues. I am having, for the past few years, have had some other symptoms that I don't really want to talk about. And I'm just trying to figure all of that out. But as far as the vitamin B12, I don't know what has caused the B12 deficiency. I'm going to have to work that out with my gastroenterologist, and I'll update you guys if I find out what it could have been from. So far, I've had a lot of tests done to figure that out, from H. pylori, which was negative. I did the urea breath test. I've had the celiac panel done. I don't have celiac disease. I don't have any ulcers. I think I would know that. I don't know what else it could be. If there is some kind of a parasite, I'll find that out during the colonoscopy. And that's basically where I'm at. I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday. And thank you for coming along on my journey. The most important thing you can do for yourself is to take care of yourself especially with burnout. You want to be very gentle with yourself. But also what I have found in this is creating some form of discipline in my routines. That has definitely helped, and of course that has also helped me make time for myself and work with the time management schedule. So, managing my time by including my self-care in my time, which I didn't do before. Self-care was just after everything else, and sometimes there was too much everything else and there was no time for self-care. And that's the thing. So, incorporate your self-care into, and by self-care, I mean self-care is paying your bills. Self-care is getting good exercise. Self-care is getting good sleep. Self-care is cooking meals for yourself. Self-care is filling up your cup, having healthy boundaries. Self-care is a lot of things, but make sure in your day that you're also making time for yourself to replenish your cup, to replenish your being, to add joy into your day, to decompress. That's really important. All right. See you next week. Toodaloo.